Knights, 6'3", a senior, number 50, Mike Donnelly. And for Tolsia, at 6'2", a senior, number 13, Chris Dillon. For Woodland Central, 6'5", a senior, number 52, Trey McDonald. And now we ask you to stand for the singing of our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
It's game time. The tip-off in 1 minute after we hear this message from John Deere.
Your West Virginia John Deere dealer is rolling out some great deals for you. Right now, qualified buyers can own the new 30 PTO horsepower John Deere 970 tractor for as little as $283 per month. That's $283 per month for the power you need to work in the toughest conditions. Monthly price quoted based on 48 months at 14.5 APR fixed rate with 20% down. Your monthly payments will depend on the good deal you get from your participating West Virginia John Deere dealer.
Alderson Broaddus provides an education worthy of your attention. AB College provides an education that is personal. Small classes mean close interaction with teachers who care about your learning. AB provides education that is broad. Based on the liberal arts, AB graduates have learned to understand the whole picture, analyze problems, make decisions, and lead others. AB provides a specific education. Over 40 majors and 50 areas of concentration lead to careers in the natural and health sciences, humanities and education, business and computer sciences, and the social sciences. AB provides an education that doesn't stop when the class bell rings. Social life, campus activities, athletics, internships, travel, dorm life, and lifelong friendships are all extensions of AB's education. Related to the American Baptist Churches USA, Alderson Broaddus College offers an education without discrimination that is value-centered. Shouldn't AB College be providing an education for you? Call the admission office to find out how we can serve you.
The 1989 West Virginia Class AA Basketball Championship continues now from the Charleston Civic Center Coliseum. Once again, here's Fred Persinger. The Tulsa Rebels are the home team on the scoreboard. Basketball in the air, tip controlled by no one. We have a whistle, a violation. It goes against the Maroon Knights of Central Catholic High School. The basketball belongs to the Rebels of Tulsa High from Wayne County, West Virginia. They get it into the hands of Curd Martin. Curd, top of the circle, works it down on the right lane into the hands of Benny Spalding, drives the baseline, puts the short jumper up, won't go. Rebound belongs to the Maroon Knights of Central Catholic High School. Lemoyne Jackson, a 5'7" senior point guard, operates and lets the first shot fly. It's no good from three-point range. Rebound controlled by Tulsa. They get it into the hands once again of Curd Martin, a 6'2" sophomore. He takes the first shot on goal, good for three. Curd Martin scores the first 3 points of the basketball game, and Tulsa on top by 3. 7:28 left in quarter number 1, and a whistle and a foul. It'll go against the Tulsa Rebels.
We have an interesting matchup in there. Curd Martin is trying to guard McDonald, giving up about 4 or 5 inches.
So the first foul goes on Curd Martin. That's his first. Controlling the basketball, the Maroon Knights. Into the hands of Damian Saunders, driving in, offensive foul.
Damian Saunders, a 5'8 sophomore, plays the off guard, commits the turnover and the charging foul. 3-0 your score. The Rebels of Tulsa High on top. And again, the pressure now coming from Central Catholic.
It'll be interesting to see how they handle this man-to-man pressure. Tulsa handle this. I think they can play with it.
They get the basketball in the hands of Kurg Martin, a 6'2 sophomore. Interesting to see Kurg handle the basketball for the most part so far in the early going. Benny Spalding has it, brings it outside. Jumper by Kurg. Good again for 3. Kurg Martin has 2 home runs. It's 6-0, and the Rebels lead Central Catholic. With the basketball in the front court, Lemoyne Jackson. The 5'7 senior gets it inside to Mike Donnelly. The key, they say, for Central Catholic, get it in the hands of Donnelly and Trey McDonald, and Donnelly responds with his first field goal. It's 6-2, 6:44 mark of quarter number 1. Kurg Martin working with the basketball in the front court. Yo-yos between the circles. Takes it with the left-handed dribble over on the left wing. Picks up the dribble, brings it back outside to Chris Dillon, and we've got a traveling violation.
They have an interesting matchup. They've got number 50 on Kurg Martin out on the point. So Donnelly is playing defense out on the point for Wheeling Central.
Interesting that they would bring Donnelly out so far away from the basket, but so far that's what Central Catholic has done. Donnelly has it, gets it over to Trey McDonald, right side of the lane. He'll bring it back near side. Jumper by Tim Thomas, no good. Rebound controlled inside by Tulsa High School. Into the hands of Mark Dillon. He brings it across the timeline, loses control of the dribble, kicks it over to Kurg Martin, runs it over into the far corner for the pass, stolen away by the quick hands of Lemoyne Jackson for Central Catholic. Takes it to the hole and scores. Nice move inside by Lemoyne Jackson, the 5'7 senior. The score is 6-4. Central Catholic trails by 2 to the Tulsa Rebels with 5:54 left in quarter number 1. Down in the corner, they bring the basketball. Top of the circle. They work it into the hands of Kurg Martin. Outside jumper, no good this time. Rebound control by Trey McDonald for Central Catholic. He gets it into the hands of Lemoyne Jackson. Central Catholic on the run. In the free throw circle, picks it up, gets it on the far side to Tim Thomas. They try to go down low. Pass stolen away by the Rebels. Here comes Chris Dillon with the basketball. Quickly into the front court. Between the legs, dribble on the right wing. Picks the dribble up now. Looks to go inside to Spalding. And the pass sails out of bounds. It'll belong to Central Catholic.
Tulsa did a nice job they fronted Trey McDonald. And they Wheeling threw the ball away, and the Rebels picked it up and come down. Of course, they just turned it over also.
Lemoyne Jackson gets the pass in the corner to Tim Thomas. Driving in, dumps it off inside to Jackson. Jackson on the dribble will come back outside, reset the offense for Central Catholic. Takes it down in the corner to Damian Saunders. Saunders brings it in the jump circle into the hands of Donnelly. Down through the lane, running one-hander, no good. Tipped up once by Trey McDonald. Gets his own rebound, takes it back. Shot won't go, but call the foul.
You can readily see this is going to be a problem for Tulsa with 6'7 boy or 6'5 boy in there. Donnelly's about 6'3 or 6'4, so McDonald and Donnelly are going to give Tulsa fits on the offensive board.
And conversations with Jeff Kepros, the Central Catholic's head coach, he said the key, get it to Donnelly, get it to McDonald on the block and let them work with it. The foul called against Tulsa's Mark Dillon. His first at the line, Trey McDonald. He'll shoot 2 times, he makes the first. 6-5 you score. Tulsa on top by 1 point at the 5-minute mark. Trey McDonald trying to tie the game. The 6'5 youngster does so. Averages 19 on the season. He has his first 2. We've got our first tie since it was 0-0. 4:55 left in the opening quarter. Kurg Martin with the basketball for the Tulsa Rebels. Takes it down. Jumper along the baseline. Good. I like the way Kurg Martin shoots the basketball. He has all 8 of the Rebel points. 8-6 your score. And here comes Central Catholic. They get it to Lemoyne Jackson to Tim Thomas. Standing over on the left wing. Back it goes top of the circle to Damian Saunders. Now they have it into the hands of Lemoyne Jackson. Back it comes. Tim Thomas jumps for 3. Yes, count it. Tim Thomas, a 5'10 senior, only averages 5.6 points a game. He has 3 in this one, and Central Catholic has their first lead at 9-8 with 4:20 left in quarter number 1. Chris Dillon on the drive, gets it out to Kurg Martin, can't get the shot away, shovels the pass over into the hands of Tommy John Messer. They'll work it around the perimeter, left side, jumper for 3, good! Good by Chris Dillon. Long outside shooting by the Tulsa Rebels. They have 3 home runs in this first quarter. They lead by 2, 11-9. Tim Thomas with the basketball, takes it over the far side. They get it to Lemoyne Jackson. Jackson on the dribble, brings it back to Damian Saunders, top of the circle, to Trey McDonald. Long outside jumper, no good. Hustling on the inside. The rebound comes to the hands of Damian Saunders. A whistle and a foul. It'll be against Tulsa.
this is what happens when you front and back Corey McDonald. You end up with leaving the weak side open, and they got the easy offensive rebound.
3:47 left to be played in the first quarter. Exclusive Metro News coverage of the 1989 state tournament is being brought to you in part by Beckley College.
Hi, this is Patty Campbell from the new Beckley College.
And this is Dr. George Balsamer inviting you to join the 2,000-plus students who made the new Beckley College #1 in Southern West Virginia.
#1 in new degrees for new jobs in the 1990s.
#1 with the new Honors College.
#1 in new scholarships and new grants, including free education if you're unemployed or underemployed. Call us toll-free at 1-800-762-1500 to enroll now.
At the new Beckley College, you're #1.
There's never been a better time to own a new John Deere 20 to 55 horsepower tractor. Just ask your West Virginia John Deere dealer, because right now we're rolling out some great deals on the 20 horsepower 770 right on through the 55 horsepower 2355 tractors. Pick the power you need, then go with a fully equipped model or order the tractor just the way you want it. Either way, ask your dealer about on-the-spot financing for low monthly payments on the John Deere tractor of your choice.
Don Smith, I know you've seen the Tulsa Rebels before. Are you surprised at the good outside shooting, or is this indicative of the type of squad they have?
No, Tulsa's an exceptionally good perimeter team. They also hurt Sissonville with their perimeter shooting, so this is no surprise.
Basketball belongs to Central Catholic High School. Tim Thomas will be the inbounder. Gets it into Trey McDonald in traffic. Short jumper up and through. Trey McDonald has his first field goal. It's 11-11 with 3:40 left in the opening quarter. With the basketball, Curd Martin now. Again, a forward as far as we knew, but he's been playing the point guard as head coach Randy Anderson has made a change. Now the steal comes into the hands of Damian Saunders. Up the floor, he gets it to Donnelly. The shot won't fall, but called a foul. It'll go against Tulsa.
Well, I think Coach Kepros made a good move there then. He took and put his guard back on Martin, and therefore put a little more pressure on Martin that time. So he took his forward off the point, Donnelly, and put, I think he put Lamont Jackson on him.
Well, Donnelly goes to the line to shoot 2 times, but more importantly for the Tulsa Rebels, Curd Martin has picked up his second personal, and he has really been the scoring machine here in the first quarter.
Really, they only have 5 players. That's one disadvantage. Tulsa has no bench.
Donnelly misses both free throws. Rebound comes off, though, to Trey McDonald, and he scores. So McDonald has 6 of the 13 points for Central Catholic, and all of a sudden the Rebels want to talk it over with 3:16 left in the first quarter. So the Central Catholic Maroon Knights, here's a team, Don Smith, that has all the experience in the world. 1987 state champs. In fact, they beat your old team 59-58 in the state finals that year.
Yes, that was an interesting game. We'd come off a real emotional game with Williamson where Stan Maynard hit a bucket with like 1 second left, and our kids were emotionally drained, and Wheeling was very, very well coached and well prepared at the time, and we just couldn't overcome the emotion and the fine preparation Wheeling had.
Well, then you're not surprised the way Central Catholic is playing with the great poise and everything. But let's look at the Tulsa Rebels. Here's a high school that's only 2 years old. They moved into the high school January of 1988. These guys are playing like they've been here all their life.
Well, I think that's a tribute to Randy Anderson. He's been in the state tournament before as assistant coach at Logan. He knows how to work a program. He's dedicated, and he's got his young men in the gymnasium working in the off-season. And I feel like that Tulsa, with this young team, may be a team to reckon with in the future. They may be back in the tournament.
13-11 your score. Central Catholic has the 2-point lead. They're the visitors on the scoreboard, have on the maroon uniforms with the white numerals. Tulsa Rebels are the home team. Their colors are royal blue and orange with the white uniforms on tonight at the Charleston Civic Center. 13-11 your score. Chris Dillon with the basketball. Gets it over to Tommy John Messer on the left wing. Picks up the dribble, looks now, drives, and looks come right back outside. He can't get the shot off very wisely, brought it outside, and they'll reset it again. New face in the lineup for Tulsa is John Litton, a 6'2 junior. They give the basketball down in the corner, into the hands of Benny Spalding as he tried to drive. We've got a jump ball situation. Alternate possession. It belongs to Central Catholic.
Central Catholic's defense end dropped in on him, and he really didn't have a shot there. That was a forced shot, and they lose the ball on the possession.
Lemoyne Jackson with the basketball into the front court, stops top of the circle, goes over on the far side to Tim Thomas, holding it high over his head, sends it down along the baseline right side to Donnelly. Back it comes to Thomas. Jumper for two is three. It's good. They save the three, and Tim Thomas has 2 home runs in the basketball game. The 5-point lead belongs to Central Catholic's Maroon Knights. 2:23. Clock is moving. We're in the first quarter. Outside jumper is way off the mark by Chris Dillon, losing it out of bounds. On the attempted rebound is Tommy John Messer.
That's the disadvantage of the three-point shot like that. That was a college three-point shot, or a pro three-point shot. It didn't hit anything, and of course they turned the ball over.
Lemoyne Jackson with the basketball, sends the bounce pass left wing to Damian Saunders. They go cross court to Tim Thomas, drives the baseline, can't get the shot off, dumps it off inside to Trey McDonald. McDonald has 8 points in the quarter. 18-11, the lead is 7, 2-minute mark of quarter number 1. Chris Dillon with it for the Tulsa Rebels, drives the right side of the lane, can't get the shot off, down in the corner. He hands the basketball off to Benny Spalding. He'll bring it topside now. Yo-yoing the basketball, closely guarded by Damian Saunders. Works it over to Chris Dillon. Dillon, the blonde-haired youngster, sends the pass back to Benny Spalding. They dump it off inside, stolen away by the quick hands of Lemoyne Jackson. Here comes Central Catholic down through the lane. Lemoyne Jackson has the shot blocked out of bounds, last touching the Tulsa Rebels.
It's really hurt taking Kurt Martin out of the lineup. Tulsa's missing him, missing his leadership at this moment.
The Central Catholic Maroon Knights. Tim Thomas, the trigger man, gets it into Lemoyne Jackson. Right back it goes in the paint, intended for Trey McDonald, stolen away by the Tulsa Rebels. Here comes Chris Dillon on the charge, takes it over on the right wing, now goes back between the circles. Yo-yoing the basketball, looking to get inside. The big Tony Waller or John Litton if he can. Benny Spalding comes out on the wing right side to take the pass. Couple of dribbles, looking again, then sends it back outside to Tommy John Messer. Far side, they work it to Chris Dillon, has the basketball in the air. Good, quick defense by Damian Saunders that causes the turnover.
Chris goes up to shoot the ball. The defense is there, and he drops it out of his hand, drops it on the floor, and then picks it up. So that's a double dribble.
18-11 your score. A minute left in quarter number 1. Lemoyne Jackson brings it near side. Tim Thomas for Central Catholic. In the corner to Mike Donnelly. Back it comes to Tim. He lets it fly from three-point range. No good. Rebound inside. Mike Donnelly score the 2. Boy, the height advantage is really evident on plays like that for Central Catholic. 20-11 your score. 44 seconds left in the opening period. The 9-point lead belongs to Central Catholic. Chris Dillon with the basketball for Tulsa. Gets around Lemoyne Jackson. Drives to the baseline. Right-handed jumper is short. Rebound fought for. Pulled down by Trey McDonald. Outlet pass quickly up the floor to Damian Saunders. And we've got a traveling violation. Good defense that time by Tulsa, calls the violation. The basketball will belong to the Rebels as Benny Spalding gets it in to Chris Dillon. Clock is moving, 24 seconds left in quarter number 1. Chris Dillon in the free throw circle, sends it over on the left wing to Tommy John Messer. Back it comes, Chris Dillon. Clock is moving, 15 seconds. Outside jumper for 3, no good. Rebound control by Central Catholic. Here comes Lemoyne Jackson, 10 seconds on the clock. Goes down on the right wing, bounce pass along the baseline. Trey McDonald will be called for traveling.
Interesting to note here that Tulsa has not scored for about 2 to 3 minutes, and Wheeling is on about an 11-point run.
4 seconds left quickly. Chris Dillon hurries up the floor. 1 second, lets it fly. Yes, it's good. From 3-point range, Chris Dillon let the rainbow jumper fly from about 30 feet, and it goes through. We're at the end of the first period with the score, the Wheeling Central Catholic 20, Tulsa 14. This is the Metro News Radio Network.
Be sure to save your game tickets because there's a coupon on the back of each ticket good for 50 cents off on a package of Partridge all-meat hot dogs. You'll say, hot dog, it's Partridge.
Well, Chris Dillon stayed with that three-point jumper and got it to fall for him at the end of quarter number 1. The lead is 6, and it belongs to Wheeling Central. They have the basketball to start quarter number 2. With the outside jumper, no good, but the rebound controlled inside by Tommy John Messer. The Rebels keep the basketball alive. Chris Dillon again. I tell you, he likes the home run.
He's a real good three-point shooter. That was out there. That was a pro three-point shooter. That was way out.
He's got 9 points, all of them coming on the home run shot, 20-17, and boy, that'll get you back in a hurry. They've scored 6 unanswered points. Central Catholic with it. In the corner to Tim Thomas along the baseline. They work it to Damian Saunders, right back to Tim. Outside, the pass goes to Lemoyne Jackson. Jackson moves in a dribble or so, sends the pass back outside to Tim Thomas. Back he goes to Lemoyne Jackson. 7-17, clock is moving. We're in quarter number 2. Lemoyne brings it over to Tim Thomas, left wing, far side. They work the basketball. Damian Saunders, back it comes to Lemoyne Jackson. Jackson moves in the paint. Short jumper, no good. Rebound inside, belongs to the Tulsa Rebels. Into the hands of Mark Dillon, the 6'1 sophomore. Quickly into the front court, leaves it there for Kerg Martin. Back in the lineup playing with 2 personal fouls. Running one-hander is no good by Kerg, but he gets the long rebound, and he'll reset the offense for the Rebels of Tulsa High. Tommy John Messer, outside jumper, short, rebound, controlled by Trey McDonald for Central Catholic. In the traffic, he lets it go by, sends the pass outside to Lemoyne Jackson. Jackson into the front court on the dribble, lets Tommy John Messer get by him, and he'll reset the offense for Central Catholic. 6.5 minutes, clock is moving. We're in quarter number 2, 20-17 your score. Central Catholic on top of the Tulsa Rebels by 3. Damian Saunders with the basketball, top of the circle, right wing now to Tim Thomas. Tim working with it on the dribble, drives the baseline, puts the running one-hander up. It won't fall, but we've got a personal foul against the Tulsa Rebels.
Coach Randy Anderson, the timeout, changed his defense. He is fronting and backing both Donnelly and McDonald when he can. He's giving the perimeter shot up. So Jackson's going to have to start shooting, and Saunders going to have to start shooting on the perimeter, I think, and it'll help.
The personal foul called on Mark Dillon for the Tulsa Rebels. He has 3 personal fouls now. At the line is Tim Thomas. He misses the first of 2. He has 6 points in the contest on 2 home runs. 6:21 left in quarter number 2. Tim connects the second time. He has 7 points, and that's above his average already. 21-17, the lead is 4. It belongs to Central Catholic High School. 6 minutes and 14 seconds left in the second quarter. They work it into the circle. Kerg Martin has it, gets it over to Tommy John Messer. Bounce pass along the baseline to Chris Dillon. Back it comes to Kerg Martin to Tommy John Messer. They go in the paint. The turnaround jumper is missed by Benny Spalding, but a whistle and a foul.
This is something Tulsa needs to do, is get the ball to Spalding in the foul lane area. He's received the ball before, but he's been on the baseline. He's much more effective on the foul line or in the foul lane area. There he drew the foul easily.
The foul is whistled on Trey McDonald, his first, only the team's second, but fouled in the act of shooting is Benny Spalding. The youngster goes to the line for 2 shots.
Interesting note, Mark Dillon is out of the game now. This really hurts Tulsa's balance on offense. He's Chris's brother, and he's an exceptionally good offensive player on the baseline inside.
6'1 sophomore Mark Dillon already has 3 personal fouls. At the free throw line, making both, is Benny Spalding. And it's 21-19. The Rebels back to within 2, and they put pressure on the basketball. Lemoyne Jackson tries to get it across the timeline. Finally does so. Whips the pass up on the left wing to Damian Saunders. He lets it fly from 3. No good. Rebound belongs to Chris Dillon for the Tulsa Rebels. Here come the Rebels on the attack across the timeline. Chris bringing the basketball. Whips the pass left wing. Tommy John Messer will bring it back to Kerg Martin. Sending top of the circle. Bounce pass. They get it over to Chris Dillon. Moves in. Dumps it along the baseline. Left side into the hands of Tommy John Messer. We've got a foul on Central Catholic's Lemoyne Jackson.
Really, Messer's ending up with the ball on the baseline. He is not a baseline shooter. He's really a hustling type kid, a good defensive player, not a great shooter. So as a result of Mark Dillon being out, I think Messer's ending up with the ball more than they mean for him to.
Third team foul against Central Catholic. It's a common foul. You give it out to the Tulsa Rebels. They get it in to Tommy John Messer, left wing. He'll work it back top of the circle to Kerg Martin. He has 8 points in the basketball game. In fact, he scored the first 8 points. Down in the corner, Chris Dillon's jumper, good for 2. I'll tell you, that youngster is a shooter. Chris Dillon, 11 points in the contest, 21-21. We're tied with 5:14 left in the first half. Mike Donnelly has the short jumper off the glass to go full court. 6 points for Mike in the contest. The 6'3 senior averages 10 on the season. We're at the 5-minute mark. Central Catholic leads by 2, 23-21. Benny Spalding goes along the baseline. Traveling will be the call against Chris Dillon.
Nice pass inside. He just moved his pivot foot. Had an opportunity there to even draw the foul.
Please come to the scorer's table.
So with the basketball, Lemoyne Jackson for Central Catholic, 19-4 on the season. They get it up ahead. Top of the circle, Tim Thomas for three. Lets it fly. It's good. Tim Thomas has 3 home runs in the basketball game. 26-21 your score. 4.5-minute mark of quarter number 2. Central Catholic with the 5-point lead. Called a blocking foul now on Tim Thomas.
Tulsa's trying to sag their defense in on McDonald and Donnelly, and as a result, they're leaving the perimeter open. And we mentioned earlier, that's something that Wheeling Central is very good at, shooting on the perimeter.
Only the 4th team foul. It's a common foul. Chris Dillon, the inbounder, gets it in. Out near the midcourt stripe to Curd Martin. 4.5 minutes left. We're in quarter number 2. 26-21 your score. Central Catholic on top by 5. Tulsa has the basketball. Benny Spalding on the right wing. Moves in a couple of dribbles. Can't get the shot off. In traffic. He's tied up. And the possession error belongs to Wheeling Central Catholic.
That's twice now. Spalding's went right into the double team and turned the ball over. So, he's much more effective in the foul lane or foul line area.
He's only 6'2", and he gets down inside with 6'5" senior Trey McDonald and 6'3" senior Mike Donnelly for Central Catholic, and he's really in a world of trouble. 26-21. Tim Thomas with the basketball for Central Catholic. They lead by 5. Far side. They work it to Lemoyne Jackson. Outside jumper, no good. Long rebound comes along the wayside to Tim Thomas. Thomas gets it over to Trey McDonald. His short jumper, no good. Rebound comes to Curd Martin for the Tulsa Rebels. Rebels on the attack across the timeline. Curd brings the basketball, takes it down into the right corner, picks it up, looks for help, finds it in Tommy John Messer. Messer hands it right back to Curd Martin. Martin with the left-handed dribble, brings it over on the far side. Chris Dillon moves in one dribble, sends it back to Curd Martin. Jumper for 3 is good. Curd Martin has 3 home runs in the contest. Another 2-pointer. He has 11 points. 26-24. The lead is 2, belongs to Central Catholic. Lemoyne Jackson over on the right wing to Damian Saunders. Back they come. Top of the circle. Jumper for 3 by Tim Thomas is no good. Rebound controlled by Curd Martin for Tulsa. He'll bring it across the timeline himself. The youngster with 3.5 minutes left in the second quarter has jumped up in the air. The pass is stolen away, and we've got a foul called on Curd Martin, and that's number 3 on Curd. And boy, I'll tell you, that is an important foul. And Central Catholic will walk the length of the floor, and they'll be on 1 plus the bonus in the person of Lemoyne Jackson. Has a field goal in the basketball game.
55.
Now we'll get Tony Waller checking in, a 6'3" sophomore for the Tulsa Rebels, as Curd Martin has to join Mark Dillon on the bench with 3 personal fouls, and that really hurts their attack.
Well, Tulsa just made a run at him, and Martin just got through hitting a 3-pointer, and I tell you, this really is it's going to be difficult for their offense to overcome Mark Dillon being out and Curd Martin.
Lemoyne Jackson, a 5'7" senior at the free throw line to our left. The right-hander, first time there tonight, makes the first. He'll have the bonus opportunity. He has 3 points in the contest, averages 10 on the season. 27-24 your score, 3:17 left in the second quarter. Ready again, he makes them both. 3:17 left in quarter number 2, 28-24 with a break in the action. Let's take a moment to hear from Alderson Broadus College, home of the AB Battlers.
Alderson Broadus College takes physical education seriously in their teams, education, and college-wide fitness program. The men's soccer team finished second in the nation last fall. The women's volleyball team has gone to the Nationals 3 times in 5 years. Basketball player Willie Davies was NAIA National Player of the Week. AB competes and educates with majors in physical education, sports medicine, recreation therapy, and recreational leadership. With one of the finest private health facilities in the state and a campus-wide Fit for Life program, it's no wonder physical education is important at Alderson Broadus.
If you're 8 to 18 with basketball on your mind, put the Gal Catlett Mountaineer Basketball Camp in your plans. June 18th to the 23rd and the 25th to the 30th are 2 weeks of concentrated basketball instruction and activity. Week 1, the emphasis is on basics. Week 2, it's competition week for boys. It's also girls week with special instruction from the WVU women's coaching staff. Don't wait to apply. Write Gal Catlett Mountaineer Basketball Camp, Post Office Box 877, Morgantown 26507. Do it today.
If you're Randy Anderson, head coach of the Tulsa Rebels, Don Smith, you have to be concerned with 2 of your big starting 5 on the bench with 3 personal fouls.
I think that's his primary concern now. He has 2 of his scorers on the bench, and so he's going to have to come up with something here on his offense.
Chris Dillon, 6'2" senior, calmly walks the basketball across the timeline, stops top of the circle. Takes it to Tommy John Messer on the left wing. Pulls up, sends it back to Chris Dillon. We got a traveling call.
Chris Dillon was looking for the pump and go shot there, and he got his feet tangled up and walked.
3:03 left in quarter number 2, 28-24. The lead is 4, belongs to Central Catholic High School. Lemoyne Jackson with the basketball. The 5'7" senior has 4 points in the contest, averages 10 on the season. He'll have it in the corner. Left side, driving the baseline, tries the shovel shot, stepped on the end line. Good defense by the Tulsa Rebels that time.
Tulsa changed their defense in a little 2-3 matchup, and it caused a little problem for Wheeling.
Tommy John Messer, a 5'6" sophomore, wears the new brace heavily on the left knee. Now throws the basketball out of bounds. He threw right. Chris Dillon cut left, and it sailed out of bounds, touching no one.
Wheeling's full court pressure there paid off this time.
Central Catholic gets it in with Lemoyne Jackson, top of the circle. They go back in the corner, right side. Tim Thomas jumper for 3 is good. Tim Thomas has 4 field goals in the contest, all of the 3-point variety. He has a field goal and free throw and 13 points, and now we've got a foul called against Central Catholic.
Chris Dillon has to come into his own now here and take over the leadership with Martin on the bench, and he has to run the offensive show. So if they're going to stay in this game, a lot of this burden is going on Chris Dillon's shoulders right now.
The personal foul whistle on Damian Saunders for Central Catholic, his second. We'll get a new face in the lineup replacing Damian Saunders, Eric Koneski. A 5'10" senior, Eric Koneski for Central Catholic. At the free throw line to our right, Tommy John Messer averages 4.5 points on the season, has not scored. He misses the front end of 1 plus the bonus, and Mike Donnelly has the rebound for Central Catholic. 2.5 minutes left in quarter number 2, 31-24. The lead is 7. It belongs to Central Catholic. Down in the corner, Tim Thomas jumps for 2. Yes, Tim Thomas, a good outside shooter.
We're worried so much inside about Donnelly and McDonald. They're leaving Martin and Jackson both open. So Martin's hurt him now. He's had about 3 or 4 3-pointers.
With the basketball, the Tulsa Rebels down inside. Benny Spalding scores. First field goal of the night for Benny. The 6'2" senior got down in among the trees, used a good pump fake, and got the 2 points up and in. 33-26 down in the corner. The outside shooter is Eric Koneski. No good for Central Catholic. Rebound comes down to the Tulsa Rebels. Benny Spalding with it on the right side. Goes down inside. The pass intended and connected for John Litton, and as Litton trying to go up for the shot, he was blocked away, but called a personal foul on Central Catholic's Trey McDonald. That's number 2 on Trey.
I think Randy Anderson made a nice adjustment with 2 starters on the bench. He's went to a little 2-3 zone, and he's holding the people inside. However, Thomas has hit 2 3-pointers, so you got to give a little bit, and sometimes it hurts you.
Head coach Jeff Keprell sees that Trey McDonald has 2 personal fouls. He'll take him out. Insert Anthony Savage, a 6'3" sophomore, and he's a good-looking kid. He looks like he can play some basketball. Well-built youngster. At the free throw line to our right, John Litton, a 6'2" junior for Tulsa, misses the first of 2 free throws. He'll have another opportunity. 33-26 your score. Central Catholic on top. Now make it 33-27 as John Litton connects on the second of 2 free throws. Lemoyne Jackson, the 5'7" senior point guard, working with the basketball, getting instructions from Jeff Kepros as he brings it across the timeline. He'll work it on the near side into the hands of Eric Koneski. Back it goes Tim Thomas. Back it comes to Eric in the paint. Mike Donnelly is going to be called for traveling.
This defense is paying off somewhat for Tulsa. A little triangle and 2 or a little 2-3 defense, so they got another turnover out of it.
33-27 with a minute 24. Central Catholic with the lead. Chris Dillon with the basketball for the Rebels. Down in the corner. He gets it to John Litton. Litton picks up the dribble, looks for help, sends it top of the circle to Tommy John Messer. He'll bring it way back outside to Chris Dillon. Chris yo-yoing the basketball, directing traffic with the left hand. Gets by Lemoyne Jackson, pulls up, jumper good. Chris Dillon. He's a shooter. 33-29 with a minute left in quarter number 2. The lead is 4. Central Catholic has it. Mike Donnelly in the paint, has it slapped loose, picked up off the floor by Tony Waller, the 6'3" sophomore, up the floor, the outlet pass to Chris Dillon, and along the baseline to Tommy John Messer. We've got a pushing foul against Central Catholic.
Chris Dillon made a nice save there and threw the ball across the floor, and Messer picked it up. I think we've got a foul down here.
He was going out of bounds, stumbling, and somehow got control of the basketball and flipped it over to Tommy John Messer. It's Tim Thomas picks up his second personal foul for Central Catholic. Tommy John Messer at the line, shooting 1 plus the bonus. He makes the first. He'll have the second opportunity.
Once again, Coach Randy Anderson had to change his defense. They've been primarily man-to-man the whole game, and with the 2 people on the bench, he's made a nice coaching move, a little triangle and T or match up 2-3 zone has really helped him put him right back in the ball game here.
Tommy John Messer at the line makes them both. The lead has been cut to 2, 33-31. Head coach Jeff Kepros inserts Lance Blankenship into the lineup. Now here's his score. He doesn't play all that much, but he's averaging 19 points on the season. A great perimeter shooter is Lance Blankenship. 40 seconds, and Central Catholic wants to milk the clock in the second quarter. They lead by 2, 33-31. Lance Blankenship and Lemoyne Jackson, along with Eric Koneski, will just play pass for another 10 seconds or so. Then we'll start to move on the clock. 24, clock is moving.
This is possibly to Tulsa's advantage. They got 2 starters on the bench, so, you know, this is really not going to hurt Tulsa.
33-31 your score. Clock is down to 13 seconds. Lance Blankenship to Lemoyne Jackson. They'll work it in the corner. Eric Koneski's jumper for 3, no good. Rebound inside. Lance Blankenship turns and scores. I told you he was a scorer, and he gets the 2. 1 second left. The horn sounds. We're at halftime with Central Catholic on top, 35-31. This is the Metro News Radio Network.
They are this fine basketball team.
And certainly their accomplishments have been worthy of note. I understand they call their home where they play basketball, the Rebel Arena. They've been packing it in. And if you look at the pretty young ladies down the far end of the court, they are last year's Class A AA state cheerleading champions. And we understand from head coach Randy Anderson, they are in the state competition again this Saturday morning. So the Tulsa Rebels, they may be new, but yet they're already making a mark for themselves in Charleston.
I think they really are. I think the community is going to get behind the school, which they already have, and I feel like that we're going to, even this basketball team is young, and we're going to hear from this basketball team. So I feel like possibly in the years to come, the Rebels are going to be one of the teams to reckon with in Wayne County.
Well, the Maroon Knights of Central Catholic High School again, a perennial visitor to the state high school basketball tournament in Charleston. They lead 35-31 as we start quarter number 3. Tulsa Rebels have the basketball. Tommy John Messer over on the far side gets it to Chris Dillon. Jumper in the free throw circle, no good. Rebound controlled by Central Catholic. Outlet pass quickly into the hands of Lemoyne Jackson. He weaves his way through traffic, sends the pass down in the corner to Tim Thomas. Back it comes to Lemoyne. Bounce pass, Damian Saunders, 16-foot jumper, no good. And the rebound controlled by the Tulsa Rebels as Mark Dillon, playing with 3 personal fouls, pulls it off the iron. He'll take it the left side of the lane, and the blocking foul will be called against Central Catholic.
I'll tell you, Mark Dillon really hasn't gotten into the ball game offensively yet. Of course, as you mentioned, he's been saddled with 3 fouls. If he can get into the ball game offensively, I think Tulsa might be able to come back and either tie the score up.
And certainly something that head coach Jeff Kepros did not want to see. Trey McDonald has picked up his 3rd personal foul early. He will get the new face in the lineup, Lance Blankenship, to replace Trey McDonald. You couldn't blame Jeff Kepros if he's kind of staring at the clock every now and then. As Mark Dillon gets his first point from the free throw line, Jeff Kepros has his younger brother playing in the NAIA tournament tonight at 7:15 in Kansas City with Wheeling Jesuit as they're in the second round. 35-33 as Mark Dillon makes both free throws, and the lead belongs to Central Catholic. They have the basketball, but the pass stolen away. Intended down inside for Mike Donnelly. Pulled down out of the air by Chris Dillon for Tulsa. Up the floor, they get it to Benny Spalding in traffic. We have a traveling violation on Spalding.
That was a big turnover right there. I thought if Tulsa got that basket tied to score up, they really got the momentum going here. They got McDonald on the bench for Wheeling Central, and that tied the score, and the momentum was really swinging in their favor.
Both teams shot extremely well in the first half. Wheeling Central 54.2%. Tulsa shot 55.6% from the floor. With the basketball, Lemoyne Jackson into the front court, gets it over to Tim Thomas down through the lane, puts the shovel shot up and through. Tim Thomas, he has real good control of the basketball basketball when he gets in the lane with it. 37-33 your score. The lead is scored, belongs to Central Catholic. 6:52. Clock is moving. We're in the third quarter. They'll bring it near side. Jumper from Mark Dillon. In and out. Won't go. Rebound on the inside. The toss is Benny Spalding. Loses around the floor. Picked up by the quick hands of Lemoyne Jackson for Central Catholic. Into the front court. Behind the back dribble. Turning, spinning as he goes. Whips the pass in the paint to Mike Donnelly. Short jumper. Yes, count it. And call the foul. Boy, I like the play that time of Lemoyne Jackson in trouble, in traffic. He kept the dribble alive.
He kept the ball, a little crossover dribble and then a quick reverse. And, I think some of the Tulsa crowd thought he walked, but there's a real nice quick reverse in the crossover. And he left Messer there near half court. Made a nice pass and got an assist there.
Twisted the ankle a little bit, limping on it, as Mike Donnelly goes to the line and completes the three-point play. He has 9 points in the contest. The foul was called on Benny Spalding, his first. The lead is 7, 40-33. Central Catholic has it as Tulsa controls the basketball. Mark Dillon gets it over to Chris Dillon. As brothers playing in the starting five for the Tulsa Rebels. Mark Dillon with it now, moving into the paint. Short jumper from 14 is good. That's his first field goal of the basketball game. He averages 12.8. He has 4 points in the contest. And now the outlet pass stolen away by Tulsa. And we've got a foul called on Lance Blankenship. Or is it on Benny Spalding? We'll see what the official calls. They're going to call it on Lance Blankenship of Central Catholic.
The Rebels went into a full-court press there, just a little token man-to-man pressure, and forced a turnover. So, and also got a foul. It's interesting to note they've got their third point guard out there now. They've had Martin out there, Mark Dillon. Now they've got Chris Dillon on the point.
40-35, your score. The 5-point lead as Chris Dillon launches one from three-point range. No good. Rebound controlled by Mike Donnelly for Central Catholic. Outlet pass. He gets it over to Trey McDonald. Check that into Lemoyne Jackson. Up the floor to Damian Saunders. As Saunders picked the shot up, the foul is going to be called on Mark Dillon. That will be his fourth personal foul.
That's certainly going to hurt him. Mark's come out and played the point on the offense, start the third quarter, and, he was getting back into the offense and giving him another dimension there. He's a good ball handler. He can play a guard or a forward, so I believe we're going to have to take him out.
John Litton is up off the bench. He'll check in. Mark Dillon will check out. Credit Damian Saunders with a nice play along the baseline. In trouble, in traffic. He got the foul, got the shot off. It fell through. He scores his first 2 points of the night, looking for number 3 at the line and finding it. So he completes the three-point play. The lead is 8, 43-35 with 5:45 left in quarter number 3. Tulsa Rebels with the basketball, trailing in the basketball game. Chris Dillon up the floor to Tommy John Messer, standing on the right wing, holding it high over his head, looking to go inside to Spalding. Can't get it to him. Drives inside. We've got a blocking foul called on Central Catholic. It goes against Damian Saunders, and that's number 3 on Damian, the 5'8 sophomore off guard.
Tommy Messer got caught on the wing. No one was open to give the ball to, so he was near a 5-second count, so he just pushed the ball and knifed towards the basket. Would have probably had a nice assist there, but he got fouled on the way.
Eric Koneski comes in to replace Damian Saunders in Central's lineup. Chris Dillon, the inbounder, gets it outside. Top of the circle to Lance Blankenship. Blankenship with the dribble, moves in. Sends it over on the left wing to Chris Dillon. Chris Dillon and Lance Blankenship now are real good outside shooters for Tulsa in the basketball game. Down in the corner, they work it to Kirk Martin. Kirk's jumper off the glass, no good. Rebound controlled by Central Catholic. They get it over into the hands of Lemoyne Jackson. Lemoyne quickly up the floor, brings the pass to Tim Thomas. Over on the left side, drives in, dumps it off to Donnelly. Donnelly scores.
It's an interesting note, both teams in full court man-to-man, so, we've got a fast-paced game going.
Mike Donnelly, 5 1/4. He has a total of 11 in the game. Shot try by Tulsa, blocked away on the other end. Here comes Lance Blankenship for Central Catholic, and the quick hands of Tommy John Messer knocks it out of bounds, but they'll call the foul, saying he slapped him on the wrist. 4:54 left to be played in quarter number 3. 45-35. Wheeling Central Catholic leads. Exclusive Metro News coverage of the 1989 state tournament is being brought to you in part by John Deere.
Your West Virginia John Deere dealer is rolling out some great deals for you. Right now, qualified buyers can own the new 30 PTO horsepower John Deere 970 tractor for as little as $283 per month. That's $283 per month for the power you need to work in the toughest conditions. Monthly price quoted based on 48 months at 14.5 APR fixed rate with 20% down. Your monthly payments will depend on the good deal you get from your participating West Virginia John Deere dealer.
Shape it with fire, muscle, and sweat. sharp perfection. What you end up with is a Marine. We're looking for a few good men with a medal to be Marines.
Paid for by the Corps. For more information on the United States Marines, call 304-925-0956 collect.
4:54 left in the third quarter, and Don Smith Central Catholic now on a 10-2 run.
Yes, the score 35-31 at halftime, and Coach Anderson made a nice move, moved Mark Dillon on the point. He was running the offense, and they had cut the lead to 35-33, and now Wheeling scored 10 unanswered points, and Dillon, of course, picked up his fourth foul. They're in a little trouble right now. I'm interested to see what Coach Dillon has done here, or Coach Anderson, and I think he may have to get out of his man-to-man, and he may have to put full court pressure and drop back in a little bit of a matchup zone.
Lance Blankenship makes one of two free throws to cut the lead. Well, they increased the lead, 46-35. It's 11, biggest of the night for Central Catholic. 4:45, clock is moving. We're in the third quarter. Chris Dillon with it, top of the circle, picked up man-to-man by Central Catholic. We'll get it over to Tommy John Messer. Messer, the sophomore, in trouble, being pressured, gets it over now to Kerg Martin. Kerg on the dribble, almost loses control of it, gets around a couple of guys, and the reach-in foul, the blocking foul is going to be called on Eric Koneski for Central Catholic.
It's interesting to note, with Mark Dillon out of the game, Messer ends up handling the ball more in shooting situations, and I know that's not what Coach Randy Anderson wants, so there's multiple things that hurts having Mark Dillon out of the ball game.
Team foul number 4, it's a common foul. You give the basketball out on the far side to the Tulsa Rebels. They trail by 11. 46-35. Chris Dillon with the basketball. Yo-yoing between the circles. Takes it down now. The left side of the lane. Drives in. Can't get the shot off. Dumps it inside. Intended for Benny Spalding. Loose on the floor. Picked off by Central Catholic, but they'll call the traveling violation on Eric Koneski.
Benny Spalding's come in the game and give William a little spark here. Good hustler.
Tulsa Rebels, Chris Dillon, the inbounder, gets it in to Tommy John Messer, back in the corner, left side. They get it to Chris Dillon, driving in, laying it off the glass, and good. Nice drive by Chris Dillon. And Dillon has 15 points in the contest. 46-37, lead cut to 9. 4:04 mark of quarter number 3. Down to the lane, Lemoyne Jackson throws up a prayer, has it answered, and called a foul. Will they count the basket, or did it occur on the drive?
I don't think he's going to give him the basket. I think he called it on the drive, so we're going to take it out under the basket here.
Called it on the drive, so that overruled the basket, so the foul occurred before he was making his final move to the basket. Still a common foul. You give it in to the Central Catholic Maroon Knights. Mike Donnelly's shot is a little strong off the iron, and the rebound comes down to the Tulsa Rebels. Chris Dillon with it into the front court, surveying the situation, wanting to get past Tim Thomas. He does, into the paint. Short jumper, a little too short, and Donnelly has the rebound for Central Catholic. Quickly, he gets it into the hands of the point guard, Lemoyne Jackson, into the front court. The youngster brings the basketball, gets it over on the left wing. Tim Thomas, the good outside shooter for Central Catholic. 3.5 minutes left in quarter number 3. 46-37. The lead is 9. It belongs to Central Catholic. They have the basketball. Down in the corner, they work the basketball. Lemoyne Jackson on the dribble. He'll bring it top of the circle. Now at the free throw line, releases. Shot is no good. Inside, the rebound belongs to Eric Koneski, and he puts it back through. Got loose on the baseline. No one picked him up, and Koneski scores his first 2 points in the game, and now we've got a blocking foul call on Tim Thomas for Central Catholic.
Tommy Messer just set up out to the left side of the top of the key near the three-point line, and Thomas just run right over. No one on the Catholic team called the pick, and he just run right over.
Well, that's where you really have to talk to each other, isn't it?
You have to have communication on defense. I don't think that was a planned play. I think probably Tommy Messer did that on his own.
That's why you need a couple of guys out there that really like to talk and yell and scream, so they can yell out those kind of things.
Especially your guard or guard forward moves. They have to always communicate with one another.
48-37, the Tulsa Rebels trail as Tommy John Messer misses the first front end of a 1+1, and the rebound comes off to Central Catholic. 3:05 mark, quarter number 3. 48-37, the lead is 11. It belongs to Central Catholic. Damian Saunders back into the lineup, gets it to Eric Koneski, top of the circle, connects for 3. The left-hander left alone, top of the key, and he scores the home run. 51-37, a 14-point lead belongs to Central Catholic as they've opened it up a little bit here in the third quarter. Tulsa Rebels, Kerg Martin on the drive, good shot as he gets it to fall, and he has 13 in the game. The lead is 12, 51-39. Central Catholic's Lemoyne Jackson, 5'7" and a senior, in total control of the basketball game. Gets it over to to Damian Saunders. His jumper is no good. Rebound in the baseline is pulled down by Lemoyne Jackson, and we've got a foul on the Tulsa Rebels.
John, I think that was probably on John Litton in there. And, Jackson just sneaked in behind the defense and picked the ball up, and Litton ends up reaching in and fouling him. He shouldn't even, Jackson didn't have any business getting that rebound.
5'7" and a senior, boy, that'll drive a coach crazy.
And this is a crucial part of the game here, too. You're looking at a 12-point lead, and you push the lead up around 15, 16, and it's going to be difficult to come back on somebody like Wheeling, especially with some of your starters on the bench.
Lemoyne Jackson makes the lead 13 as he makes the first free throw. He makes them both, and the lead is back to 14, 53, 39. 2.5 minutes left in quarter number 3. The Tulsa Rebels from Wayne County looking to climb a mountain the rest of the game. Chris Dillon up the floor to Tommy John Messer, all along, sailing coast to coast, has the shot rejected by Lance Blankenship, and it's out of bounds as Eric Kineski tried to save it on the far side. What a rejection by Lance Blankenship. But give credit to Tommy John Messer. He saw the opening and took it. Just a good defensive play by Central Catholic.
I think the way Lance reacted, that might have been his first rejection of the year.
Chris Dillon with the basketball into the front court, top of the circle, gets past Damian Saunders, picks up on the dribble, now leans in with the shot. It won't go, but the foul will be called on Saunders. And that's number 4 on Damian.
That's a nice move then by Chris Dillon. A little pump fake and stepped around the defense and drew the foul. So, these are things that he's very good at, one-on-one situations.
2:05 left to be played in the third period, 53-39. The lead is 14, belongs to Central Catholic. And Chris Dillon will be at the line trying to cut into that. He has 15 points in the contest. First opportunity from the charity stripe. He stands in with 2 shots coming to him.
It's interesting to note Tulsa earlier in the quarter had to go back to a little matchup zone and get out of their man-to-man defense due to foul trouble. So, they're still in the ball game, and I'm just in hopes that they can get the other Dillon boy back in the ball game here and make a ball game out of it.
Chris Dillon makes both free throws. He has a total of 17 points in the game. 2-minute mark, 53-41. Central Catholic with the basketball up the floor. Lance Blankenship, yes. I can see how he could get 19 points coming off the bench. Boy, he is a shooter.
He's a second-half player, evidently.
55-41. A minute 45 left in the third quarter. Tulsa with the basketball. Benny Spalding driving the left side of the lane, putting the shovel shot up. It won't go, but called a foul inside against Central Catholic.
I think Lance Blankenship picked him up. He was on help defense, picked him up, but fouled Spalding.
Came in just a little late. The 6'2 senior Blankenship picks up his second personal. This will send Benny Spalding to the line, a 6'2 senior for Tulsa High, averaging 11.6 points a game. He has 4 in the contest so far. Standing there with 2 shots coming to him. And the first one is good.
After the last foul shot by Tulsa, they were in a full-court press, so I look for them to be in a little diamond press here after this shot if they make it.
Benny Spalding, a senior, right-hander, good again. 55-43, and now the pressure comes from Tulsa, as Don Smith suggested. They get it into the hands of Kevin Hendershot, newcomer, into the lineup for Central Catholic. Far side, he works it to Lemoyne Jackson. Jackson working with the basketball, getting instructions from head coach Jeff Kupros on the bench. Jackson whips it near side. Outside jumper by Kineski is no good. Rebound controlled inside by Benny Spalding. Went high in the air to pull it down off the iron for the Tulsa Rebels. Gets it over to Kurg Martin. Kurg into the front court on the right wing. Yo-yoing the basketball. Whips it inside. Benny Spalding lays it up. It is partially blocked away. Pulled down out of the air by Lance Blankenship for Central Catholic. A minute 5 left, third period. Blankenship pulls up on the dribble, sends it back outside for Lemoyne Jackson. 55-43. The lead is 12. And now Central Catholic's going to pull it outside. Run just a little bit of clock. They have the 12-point lead. They're going to bring Tulsa out to match it up man-to-man. 49 seconds. Clock is moving. Lemoyne Jackson gets by his man. Bounce pass. They get it to Donnelly. And we've got a foul called offensive. It'll go against Lemoyne Jackson. That will be his second personal foul.
I think Lemoyne went in to look for a shot, and he got cut off and tried to pass the ball off, and he ended up, after he passed it off, he charged. So holding the ball turned against Wheeling Central at this particular time.
That's right. It's not a player control foul. He had already released the basketball on the pass. The foul occurred after that. So it goes as a foul, and since they're in the bonus, we'll walk the length of the floor, and Kurg Martin at the line shooting on 1 plus the bonus. He misses, and the rebound comes off to Central Catholic. Lemoyne Jackson is going to be fouled, this time by Benny Spalding, and that'll be Benny's second.
That's one of those excuse me fouls. Spalding really didn't mean to bump him. They were running up the floor, and he just hit him from behind. When I was coaching, we called them all excuse me fouls, but they still count. So, that's unfortunate for Tulsa.
55-43. The lead is 12. 43 seconds left, third quarter. Central Catholic really took control about midway through the third period, and the lead has been out there ever since. Lemoyne Jackson at the line, misses. Front end. Chris Dillon has the rebound. Quickly into the front court. He'll bring the basketball. Clock is moving. 37 seconds left in the third quarter. Kirk Martin with it. Between the circles. Picked up there by Eric Koneski. Behind the back dribble. Goes down through the lane, and the shovel shot is good. How in the world he got that one up, I'll never know, but the shovel shot went off the glass and good. 55-45, and now we've got a pushing foul on Tommy John Messer.
Really a foul I'm sure Coach Anderson's upset about here. We've got 22 seconds left in the game. We get a foul that's really unneeded. Puts him on a one-on-one situation, so I'm sure Randy's upset over that call.
5'6" sophomore Tommy John Messer picks up his third personal foul. At the free throw line, we'll send Lemoyne Jackson. First miss came just a couple of seconds ago. 4 of 5 so far tonight. He makes this one. That makes it 5 of 6. And he'll have another opportunity. 56-45. The lead back to 11 with 22 seconds left in quarter number 3. Central Catholic on top, looking to get into the semifinals against the Baileysville Rough Riders tomorrow. Jackson again connecting. And it's 57-45. Tulsa with the basketball. Kirk Martin has it. Takes it down the right side of the floor. Moves in along the baseline. Running one-hander. No good. Rebound fought forward. Tipped around a couple of times. Finally controlled by Mike Donnelly for Central Catholic with 10 seconds left in the third period. Sends the pass across the timeline. Lemoyne Jackson, 5 seconds. Leans in with the shot. It won't go. And we've got a foul. It'll go against the Tulsa Rebels.
I think it's against number 13, Chris Dillon. Jackson just made a nice little move in there and forced him to foul him. So that's unfortunate. This time it won't look like he may go in with a 14-point lead at the end of the quarter.
Chris Dillon picks up his first personal. Lemoyne Jackson goes back to the line. So far tonight, 6 of 7 from the charity stripe. He has 8 points in the contest. Make it 9 as he connects there. Averages 10 on the season. His Maroon Knights now on top by 13 points with 5 seconds left, third quarter. Lemoyne ready again, scores again. 59-45, 5 seconds left. Kirk Martin quickly with the basketball across the timeline. Lets it fly from 35. Yes! Count it! That's the second one we've seen today. He let it fly from about 35 feet out. It counts as a 3. We're at the end of the third period with your score. Central Catholic 59, Tulsa 48. This is the Metro News Radio Network. We're set to go basketball action, quarter number 4. 8 minutes of action left to see who will move on to semifinal play. Maroon Knights of Central Catholic High School lead it by 11. 59-48, they have the basketball. Right wing, Tim Thomas looks at the basket, sends it back top of the circle to Lance Blankenship. They go up on the left side into the hands of Lemoyne Jackson. Lemoyne on the dribble, brings it around top of the circle, moves into the free throw line, picks it up, comes over to Tim Thomas standing outside the arc. They go along the baseline. Trey McDonald lays it up, no good. Rebound fought forward. Trey has it, turns and shoots and scores. Trey McDonald scores for the first time since the first quarter. He has 10 points in the contest, had 8 in the first 8 minutes, has not scored till then. 61-48, the 13-point lead with 7:20 left. It belongs to the Maroon Knights of Central Catholic High School. Kurd Martin with the basketball, drove in on the right side, sends the pass back outside to Benny Spalding, leans in, scores. Nice move by the 6'2 senior Benny Spalding as he has 6 points in the contest. Central Catholic quickly up the floor. What a bounce pass from Lemoyne Jackson to Mike Donnelly, and he scores. Boy, he saw the opening and really whipped the pass up the floor. Mike Donnelly with 13 points in the contest. Credit the great assist to Lemoyne Jackson. 63-50, the 13-point lead again. Kurd Martin has it for the Tulsa Rebels. On the dribble, he brings it back outside, looks for help, finds it in Mark Dillon, playing with 4 personal fouls. Randy Anderson knows he has to get him back into the lineup. No use to save him now. And the reach-in fouls will be called on Lemoyne Jackson. That'll be his third. So Randy Anderson going with his starting 5, because what do you save him for? You're down by 13. You got to get your best 5 on the floor.
Well, there's no tomorrow. He has to play, he has to play Mark Dillon, put him back in the game. Interesting to note the change at the quarter. He packed all 5 of his kids in on defense inside the fouling line down here. They're going to give the perimeter shot, especially with Donnelly and McDonald both back in the ball game.
Mark Dillon at the line, makes the first. Misses the second, and the rebound comes off to Lemoyne Jackson. 63-51, the 12-point lead coming with 6.5 minutes left in the basketball game. Lemoyne moving on the top of the circle, picks up the dribble, brings it to Tim Thomas, right wing. They go back top of the key to Lance Blankenship. Working around the perimeter, get it to Lemoyne Jackson. He really moves well without the basketball. Getting open, helping out the guys that have the basketball when he doesn't have it in his hands. Down in the corner, they work it to Tim Thomas. In trouble, looking for help, finds it in Mike Donnelly as he comes out with the pressure. 6:08, clock is moving, 63-51. With the basketball, Lemoyne Jackson, the 5'7 senior, goes down to Tim Thomas, left side. Back it comes, top of the circle. Lance Blankenship from the free throw line. Shot's no good, and the rebound comes off to Benny Spalding for Tulsa. He gets it over to Kurd Martin. Kurd working with the basketball into the front court. On the dribble with the left hand, now the right hand. Working against Lance Blankenship, down through the lane. Shovels it off inside. Tommy John Messer puts the double pump up. It won't go. The rebound controlled by Central Catholic. Lost out of bounds, last touching Kurd Martin of Tulsa.
Something Central did the last possession is they held the ball a little bit, and it drew Tulsa's defense out. Almost made them go a complete man-to-man, so we may see a little change in full man-to-man here. That looks like what we've got.
Bounce pass up ahead to Tim Thomas. He tried to get it along the baseline to Mike Donnelly. Loose on the floor. It's lost out of bounds. Last touching the Tulsa Rebels.
Tulsa's now in a complete man-to-man. They'd started out the fourth quarter in the zone. Now they're playing man-to-man.
Down to 5.5 minutes left in the game. 63-51 your score. Central Catholic controls. Inbounds pass stolen away by Mark Dillon for Tulsa. Up the floor. He takes it coast to coast. Score to 2. Mark Dillon. Mark Dillon, all of his scoring has come here in the second half. He has 7 points in the game. 63-53. Rebels back to within 10. Up the floor. Pass into the hands of Trey McDonald. Slap loose, safe and going out of bounds by Chris Dillon. Long outlet pass up the floor to Kurd Martin. Kurd will go in. The foul, no, avoided by Lance Blankenship, but called it too good by Kurd Martin. Nice play by Kurd Martin. 63-55, and a timeout on the floor has been called by Wheeling Central. Let's take time in for this message from the United States Marines.
You begin with raw steel. Shape it with fire, muscle, and sweat. Polish to razor-sharp perfection. What you end up with is a Marine. We're looking for a few good men with a medal to be Marines.
Paid for by the Corps. For more information on the United States Marines, call 304-925-0956-COLLECT. Alderson Broaddus provides an education worthy of your attention. AB's small classes mean close student-teacher interaction. AB's broad, liberal arts base prepares graduates for problems, decisions, and leadership. AB provides a specific education, including over 40 majors and 50 areas of concentration. Social life, campus activities, athletics, internships, and travel are all part of the AB educational experience. Related to the American Baptist Churches, Alderson Broaddus offers a value-centered education. Call AB today.
63-55 with 4:55 left in the game. The lead belongs to Central Catholic, but the Tulsa Rebels have come roaring back with the basketball. Lance Blankenship for Central Catholic gets it back outside to Lemoyne Jackson. Jackson on the spin dribble, moves top of the circle, picks picks up the dribble, sends it over the far side to Trey McDonald. Back he works it to Lemoyne Jackson. Calling out the play. Gets around Tommy John Messer. Takes it down on the corner left side. Reverses the dribble. Comes back outside. Again, he gets around Tommy John. Basketball loose in the air. Stolen away by the Tolsia Rebels. Outlet pass up the floor to Kurt Martin. Lay it off the board. Missed the shot. Rebound inside the Vinny Spalding. He scores it.
This pressure defense is putting Tulsa right back in the ball game.
Blocking foul now called on Tommy John Messer. That'll be his second.
That's twice in second half now. Messer has had a foul on the other end of the floor. He really didn't need to do that. Should have took a cutoff step, and he stepped right into Jackson. So, I know Coach Anderson's upset over that.
A lot of time left in the basketball game. 4 minutes, 16 seconds, 63-57. A 14-point lead just a few moments ago is now down to 6.
Tulsa will never quit. That's one thing about it. Coach Anderson has been down before.
And Lemoyne Jackson at the line misses the front end of 1 plus the bonus. The rebound comes off to the Tulsa Rebels on the attack. Mark Dillon has it. The 6'1 sophomore into the front court. Sends it back outside to Kurt Martin. Boy, he's been a scoring tonight. Long outside jumper. Is it good? No. Rebound. Pulled down off the iron by Trey McDonald. And we got a foul call on Vinny Spalding. That'll be number 3 on Vinny.
That was a nice rebound in by McDonald.
Well, that was close. Looked like he picked it off the rim almost.
Sure did.
Boy, he can really get in the air. 6'5 senior Trey McDonald.
Spalding got him on the arm. So there's a difference in the height advantage. 6'6", 6'7 versus Spalding 6'2 to 3.
63-57. Trey McDonald at the line. He has really been shut down since the first quarter. Had 8 points in quarter number 1. He scored 2 since then. Now at the free throw line on 1 plus the bonus. He makes the first. He'll have the second opportunity.
But I think it's a tribute to Trey McDonald. Tulsa's had to change their defense due to him, and therefore it's opened up some of the other players on the Wheeling Central team.
He averages 19 on the season, misses the free throw this time, and the rebound belongs to Tulsa. 64-57. The Rebels on the attack. Mark Dillon along the baseline has the shot rejected by Trey McDonald. Into the outlet hands. It comes to Lemoyne Jackson. Up the floor. Lance Blankenship. Shot won't fall, but call a foul.
I think a lot of people wanted a walking call there, but they ended up with a foul. So that was a critical turnover right there. Missed opportunity to score, and ends up puts Wheeling Central on the foul line here.
The foul called on Kurt Martin. That's number 4 on him. And at the free throw line is Lance Blankenship. He has 5 points in the contest, 1 of 2 from the line. He misses. He'll have another opportunity. 6'2" and a senior. Lance Blankenship, 64-57 your score. Central Catholic on top. Make it 65-57. Lance gets that one. 3:45 left in the game. 65-57. Mark Dillon working with the basketball. Spent most of this game on the bench in personal foul trouble. He's in there now playing with 4. Dillon takes it down. Tries to drive the baseline. Cut off by Lemoyne Jackson. They'll send it outside to Kurt Martin. Down through the lane. Kind of the jump half hook. Won't go. Rebound. Off the back of the iron. Belongs to Central Catholic. They give it to Lemoyne Jackson. This is the youngster they want to have the basketball in his hands. Lemoyne sends the pass down in the corner to Lance Blankenship. He'll whip it back outside. Mike Donnelly for 2. In and out. No good. Rebound. Tipped up and in by Trey McDonald. And boy, there's the height coming into play. Trey McDonald got loose in the paint, tipped the basketball up and in. All of a sudden, your lead is 10. 67-57 at the 3-minute mark of the basketball game. Mark Dillon over to his brother Chris Dillon. Chris trying to make the move, can't do so. Outside the CBA three-point line. It's an air ball. Rebound pulled down out of the air by the Tulsa Rebels. Vinny Spalding lets it fly and connects. 6 in the quarter. He has 12 in the game. 67-59. The lead is 8. Belongs to Central Catholic. Lance Blankenship has the basketball with 2:40 and counting in the 4th quarter. The basketball now. Lemoyne Jackson moves in, sends the pass back outside. Free throw line jumper by Trey McDonald. No good. Rebound inside. Lance Blankenship turns and scores.
Wheeling's got them where they want them. They can extend their offense and make Tulsa come and get them and then penetrate inside for the easy shot.
Mark Dillon has his pocket picked by Lemoyne Jackson. The turnover goes the way of Central Catholic. Up the floor, Tim Thomas driving, shooting, missing, rebound. Tapped up and in by Trey McDonald. Right place, right time. And Trey McDonald has come alive in the 4th quarter. He has 7 points to go along with his 8 in the 1st quarter, 15 in the game. 71-59 at the 2-minute mark. The lead is 12, and Randy Anderson is going to want to talk it over for a while with his Tulsa Rebels. West Virginia basketball history is another Metro News golden moment with Hoppy Coachable.
March 21st, 1987, the Maroon Knights of Wheeling Central against the Tigers of Huntington Vincent in the Class AA championship game. For Wheeling Central, it was their 4th straight tournament final, but in each of the 3 previous appearances, they had finished runner-up.
Here's the second one by Topher. No good. Rebound Starver up the floor. 1 second over midcourt. Shot in the air. It doesn't matter. It goes, but it doesn't matter. Wheeling Central is the 1987 Class AA champion. They have done it. They have gotten the revenge they've been after all year long. 3 times they've come here. 3 times they've lost, and on the 4th attempt, they win the AA championship 59-58. There's bedlam on the court as the Wheeling Central students storm the floor in celebration.
The Maroon Knights of Wheeling Central, a 3-time bridesmaid, turns champion. The West Virginia State Championship, memories that last a lifetime.
71-59, Don Smith. Do you remember any of that golden moment? I sure do. That was really a tough loss, and of course, as I said previously, Wheeling Central was well prepared and deserved to win the ball game. We just couldn't get our kids back up. Our legs were tired. We were tired emotionally, and they did an excellent job.
Well, like 1987, Central Catholic is well prepared again. They lead by 12 with 2 minutes left in this game. Tulsa with the basketball, never saying give up. They continue to crawl back into it. Chris Dillon, outside jumper for 3 is short. Rebound controlled by Lemoyne Jackson for Central Catholic. Quickly into the front court. He'll bring the basketball on the left-handed dribble. Gets it by Tommy John Messer down through the lane. Lost control of it. Picked up off the floor by Mike Dillon. The sophomore racing coast to coast. Called a blocking foul on Tim Thomas, his 4th for Central Catholic.
There was a nice move to the basket then by Mark Dillon, and I think if he'd have thought, I think what Coach Anderson told him to time out is take some 3-point shots. I think if he'd been thinking then, he might have pulled the ball up and shot a 3-pointer there.
71-59, the lead is 12. It belongs to Central Catholic with 1:38 left in the basketball game. The winner advances on to semifinal play tomorrow against the Rough Riders of Baileysville High School. At the free throw line, Mark Dillon connects on the first of 2. He'll have another opportunity.
I saw Tulsa come back from 7 down with a little over a minute to go versus Sissonville, so it's going to be tough to come back from 10 down or 11 down.
Mark Dillon misses the second free throw. Central Catholic has the rebound, and they lead by 11. 71-60, a minute and a half left on a ticking 4th period clock. This time, pass stolen away by Mark Dillon, and here they come again. The Rebels on the attack. He gets it over to his brother, Chris Dillon, and the older Dillon scores the 2. 71-62, a minute 15, the pressure, and called a foul on Chris Dillon. The Dillon boys, Chris is the senior, Mark is the sophomore, and each in their own right are pretty good basketball players.
Both of them are excellent offensive players, and something unusual about them, either one can play the point guard. They're both good ball handlers, so that gives Tulsa an added dimension this year.
Chris's hair just a little bit more blonde than his younger brother, Mark. Chris is the older, a 6'2 senior. At the free throw line, Trey McDonald for Central Catholic connects, and he'll have the bonus opportunity.
This is the only choice Tulsa's got, is to come down, take a quick shot, try to get the 3-pointer and foul on the inbounds, or go for the steal and then foul within 3 or 4 seconds.
And Central Catholic, a pretty good free throw shooting team, and that really confounds the problem for Tulsa as Trey McDonald hits both free throws. 73-62, the lead back to 11 with a minute 10 left in quarter number 4. Quickly into the front court, Mark Dillon brings the basketball, gets it over to Curd Martin, and now we have a whistle and a foul on Central Catholic's Lemoyne Jackson, and you know that doesn't please Jeff Kepros.
I know Coach Kepros did not want that. The one thing about a foul when you're ahead like this is it stops the clock and the team can put points on the board. And of course, another big thing is Tulsa gets to set their press up if they make both these foul shots, and it puts them really at a disadvantage on the inbound.
17 points in the game for Curd Martin. He's 0 of 1 from the line so far tonight. Right-hander. Scores this one. He'll have the bonus opportunity. He has 18 in the game, and that's about 5 points better than his average.
You're going to see a quick foul or attempted steal here if Curd Martin makes this shot.
73-63, he does make it 73-64. The pressure is there by the Tulsa Rebels. They get it in, though, into the hands of Damian Saunders. Saunders gets to buy the traffic, gets the pass up the floor. Trey McDonald lays it off the glass, score the 2, and call the foul on Tommy John Messer, and that's certainly not what Randy Anderson wanted.
No, Coach Anderson wanted a quick foul on the inbounds pass. They didn't get the steal, and they let him throw the ball all the way up the floor, and in, get the easy layup, and a foul on the layup. So that just about puts the nails in the coffin right there.
Trey McDonald had 8 points in the first quarter. Did not score in the second, did not score in the third. So far, he has 11 points in this fourth quarter, 19 in the game, and that's his average, and that's where the seniors usually shine.
It really is. And another thing about Trey McDonald is he's mobile. He's a nice mobile kid. He runs the floor well, and, he's going to cause problems inside for any of the AA teams.
He plays well for his size. 6'5", a big kid. He's certainly not slender by any stretch of the imagination, but as you mentioned, he moves extremely well without the basketball.
Fred, I'm not so sure he's not closer to 6'6" or 6'7" instead of 6'5". He's pretty nice sized young man.
You wouldn't suggest they fib to us on the stat sheets, would you?
No, coaches do not do that.
Trey McDonald at the line to our right. 1 minute left. He misses the free throw. Rebound controlled by Benny Spalding for Tulsa's Rebels. 75-64. The lead is 11. Belongs to Central Catholic. Clock is moving. 54 seconds. Basketball stabbed out of bounds. Last touching Central Catholic. Tulsa will control. Boy, they need a couple of home run shots in a hurry.
I know they didn't want to give the ball to Glenn Messer, who just came in for Tommy Messer, but that's who brought the ball up the floor. He's just a new man in. They gave it to him right off.
Mark Dillon with the basketball now. Gets it to his brother Chris. Outside jumper, no good. Rebound controlled by Lance Blankenship. And immediately the reach-in foul is called on Benny Spalding, his fourth.
I think that's what we're going to see the rest of the game. We're going to walk from foul line to foul line, and Tulsa's just going to try to shoot the three-pointer and foul. So it may take several minutes to play the next 45 seconds.
At the line is Lance Blankenship. So far tonight, 2 of 4 from the charity stripe. He has 6 points in the contest. Stands in on 1 plus the bonus. Makes the first, he'll have the bonus opportunity. His Maroon Knights now on top by 12, 76-64.
Something else Coach Kepros is doing, he's putting token pressure on Tulsa to make them use up the clock here. Just kind of dropping with him.
Blankenship makes both free throws, 77-64. Craig Martin leans in, shoots the jumper, no good, but called a foul. He'll go against Lance Blankenship at Central Catholic, his third.
You know, Fred, this brings up a very interesting point here. Craig Martin was outside the three-point line. Now, if you get down into a tight ball game, although this one is 13 points difference, here's something some coaches are proposing. If he is fouled in the three-point area and he only gets 2 shots, there may be some adjustment to that rule. There's talk of it.
In other words, you're saying maybe give him 3 chances to make 2 or something?
Right. He's shooting a three-point shot and he's fouled, and as a result, he only gets 2 shots.
Interesting. Well, he makes both of them. 77-66. The lead is still 11. Central Catholic has it. Up the floor. They get it to Lance Blankenship, and the foul on Chris Dillon. Interesting. He just reached in and grabbed him.
Chris really was going for the ball there, and he was fortunate they probably didn't call an intentional foul there.
34 seconds left in the game. The lead is 11. Lance Blankenship will go to the line. Maybe this is where he gets his 19 points, Don. He's been at the line a lot here in the second half.
Well, we were sort of joking at halftime saying he's a second half player, but he's played almost the entire second half.
Well, he makes the first free throw. He'll have a bonus opportunity coming to him. And he has 11 points in the game.
He's got a nice left-handed shot. Good rotation on the ball.
Makes both free throws. 79-66, the lead is 13. 30 seconds left in the contest. Quickly up the floor, Chris Dillon for 3. It'll be overruled because we had a foul on Craig Martin before that. So the shot will be overruled and Craig Martin will foul out of the basketball game.
Well, I think what happened then, Craig set a screen and Wheeling Central's guard was coming at a fast pace, and he pulled his arms up to his chest, and as a reaction, he held his arms out, and they called a foul on Craig Martin.
Came into the game averaging 13.4 points. He'll foul out with 29 seconds left. He scored 21 in this one tonight. Good game for Craig Martin.
He certainly started the game off right, didn't he, Fred? I think, did he not have the first 6 or 9 points of the game?
Had the first 8 points in the contest. 2 home runs and a field goal. A 6'2 sophomore, and Randy Anderson certainly pleased he's going to have that youngster back for 2 more years.
And another thing, too, he can play as a guard or a forward, so he's a very mobile young man.
Tim Thomas at the line on 1 plus the bonus. He has 17 points in the contest. Make it 18. Now here's a youngster Con Smith, he came into the game averaging 5.6 points a game. I show him with 18 points.
Well, I think, once again, that's something he can attribute to Troy McDonald. They sagged their defense in so far that it left Tim Thomas open, and he capped some three-pointers in the first half especially.
This is the second free throw. Rebound comes off to Tolsia. Down in the corner, they get it to Benny Spalding. Along the baseline, turnaround jumper by Litton is no good. And the rebound comes off to Trey McDonald, and he's fouled immediately by John Litton. 17 seconds left. The lead is 14. Central Catholic will go on to the semifinal round tomorrow against the Baileysville Rough Riders.
That's going to be an interesting game. It's Baileysville and Wheeling Central here. I'm anxious to see the ball game.
Baileysville shot awfully well from the floor today in their win over Grafton.
And I think maybe they have the quickness to stay up with Jackson and Saunders with Wheeling Central. Both of their guards are about as quick as Saunders and Jackson.
Kevin Hinder's shot comes into the lineup for Wheeling Central. At the free throw line is Trey McDonald. On 1 plus the bonus, the 6'5" youngster makes the first. He'll have the second opportunity.
Here's an opportunity, too, that I think Coach Kepros might want to take Trey McDonald out here in the last 17 seconds so he doesn't get an injury.
Misses the second free throw. 14 seconds left. Up the floor. Benny Spalding takes the pass and scores for the Tolsia Rebels. And the timeout immediately called by Randy Anderson with 10 seconds left. And his team trailing by 13, 81-68. I think he'll use this timeout to insert some new players into the lineup.
That looks like what he's going to do, Fred. He's going to give everyone on his team an opportunity to say that, hey, I played in a state tournament game, and that's something every coach wants to do. And when you get a situation where you're very far ahead, or in this situation they're very far behind with 10 seconds to go, that's a nice gesture on any coach to do that.
You have to be pleased if you're Randy Anderson. Here it is, a consolidation of Fort Gay and Crum High Schools. Neither one of those two high schools ever made it to the state tournament. Tulsa, in only its second year of existence, are here in the state tournament in Charleston. They have done themselves proud as well.
They certainly have, and they have several of these boys back to build a nucleus for next year. And as you and I had talked earlier, we feel like Tulsa may be a team that will come out of Wayne County and represent that county for several years to come.
Greg Markham into the lineup. Trevor Little is into the basketball lineup. Jason Little is there. Willie Richardson is there. And Tony Waller for the Tulsa Rebels. Wheeling Central gets it into play. Damian Saunders has it along the baseline. He'll send it back to Tim Thomas. 6 seconds, 5 seconds, 4 seconds, and we've got a pushing foul call on Greg Markham.
Well, we're down to the last 3 seconds here, and I think Tim Thomas just going to pad his scoring average a little bit here.
81-68, Tim Thomas again averaged 5.6 coming into the game. I show him with 18 points in this one. He'll stand up the line on 1 plus the bonus with 3 seconds left. 81-68 the score. Make it 82-68.
He's certainly been a thorn in Tulsa's side today. He's hit some nice three-point shots, and I'm sure he's shooting around 80-85% from foul line.
Youngster ready again. He makes both. 83-68, the 15-point lead into the hands of Markham. He lets it fly. It falls short. The horn is sounded, and Central Catholic High School will go on into the semifinals tomorrow against the Baileysville Rough Riders by virtue of their win 83-68 over the Tulsa Rebels.
I think we might look back to a spurt in the third quarter where Wheeling Central had a 10-2 run, and this really hurt us.
Okay, Charlie Palillo has the victorious head coach Jeff Kepro standing by. Here's Charlie.
All coaches are wary when they come into their first game in a tournament. Pretty good, solid effort for your club. You pleased? No, I don't think we are pleased, and our senior group is not pleased either. We didn't play real well up to our capabilities, and we're just going to have to get it together before tomorrow night. What were the keys to getting you by? They took a pretty good run at you in the fourth quarter, but you fought them off and put them away. I think, as it's been all year, is our senior leadership and experience. I mean, we held on to the basketball, and our ball handling abilities have kept us from losing the basketball, so it worked out well. Did you watch Baileysville this afternoon? Yes, I did. What'd you think? It's going to be a great basketball game. I mean, they're well coached and they got some nice players, so it's going to be a good game. Any concern that they have the few extra hours rest? Or you figure they're all young kids, a night's sleep, everybody will be fine? We'll be ready. I mean, we'll get to bed early tonight, and we're down here for one reason. That's to win a championship, but and we have to get ready for Baileysville tomorrow. All right, Coach, go enjoy this one for a few hours. We'll see you out here tomorrow. That's the winning coach, Jeff Kepros. Let's send it back courtside to Fred Persinger.
Thank you, Charlie Palillo. Your final score once again, Wheeling Central 83, Tulsa 68. We'll return to the Charleston Civic Center Coliseum in a moment to recap the game after we hear this word from Alderson Broaddus College.
Sports